Hey friends, have you ever felt stuck, scattered, or your spark is just gone dim? My name is Angela Cinzali, and I just watched something that blew my mind. And it's not just about mindset or motivation, it's about training your brain to actually change your chemistry on demand. This video introduces Mind Trainer Pro and how brainwave entrainment can help with focus, anxiousness, weight loss, energy, sports performance, you name it. It's science backed, powerful, and honestly hopeful. If you've ever felt like you've tried everything and nothing sticks, this could be a total game changer for you. This picks up where all the self help leaves off, leaves you wondering what to do next, how to implement it, and how to make it work for you. This will change everything. I've been using the system for less than 7 days, and I already feel more focused, motivated, and on point. I cannot wait for more. Think about it like mental wellness. Think about it more like digital mental wellness. Watch the full conversation with the creator and Mind Trainer Pro and see what's possible when your brain becomes your biggest ally. Stay tuned.
Okay, in a perfect world, we'd all be happy, healthy, and successful. But let's be real. This is not the perfect world, right? So are you feeling crushed by an avalanche of debt? Have you tried every trick and those stubborn pounds still won't budge? They're just not melting away? Are you wide awake at 2 a.m., dead tired at noon, or sleep your days away? Is brain fog hijacking your focus? Is it, crushing your life? Is anxiety calling the shots in your life? Or has your spark dimmed because you're nowhere near peak performance? Well, let's face it, stress, family, genetics, and life's little surprises take a toll on our brains, our bodies, and our psyches. Life can be challenging. We all know that. So the big question is, how can we make it easier? So, welcome to a whole new way to train your brain and transform your life. Welcome to Mind Trainer Pro. In just a few minutes a day with science backed brainwave entrainment, Mind Trainer Pro helps you unlock peak mental performance, reduce stress, and boost productivity using proven neuroscience and proprietary audiovisual technology. So, Mind Trainer Pro is backed by research. It's trusted by entrepreneurs, athletes, and high performers. It's easy to use. It produces powerful results. And so today I would love to introduce you to the creator and founder of Mind Trainer Pro, Morry Zelcovich, brainwave entrainment engineer himself. So Morry, great to have you here today. Thank you for being with us. It's an honor to have you with us. Morry, can you explain to us what brainwave entrainment really is and give us an introduction to this?
Sure. Thank you very much, Gloria. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I can't tell you how touched I am and how honored I am to have you here for this wonderful announcement. Brainwave entrainment is in the easiest sense for you. Imagine you're listening to music and it's music you love. And you're bopping your head and you're tapping your toes. This is something that happens automatically. It's not happening because you're trying to do it. It just happens because it happens. That is a result of something in science we call the frequency following response. So you're following the beat of the music, you're into it, you're swaying with it, you're tapping your toes. This all happens automatically. The interesting thing is our brains are made up of billions of neurons, and those neurons act similarly to your toes tapping, believe it or not. So when they're exposed to specific frequencies of pulsed sound or light, like bump, 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 then what happens is the neurons or your brain cells start trying to follow that frequency. Why is that important? That is really important because when your neurons fire at a specific rate and follow the frequency, the bump, 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 what happens is, depending on the location of the neuron in your brain, and how many times it's pulsing, that dictates the kind of chemistry it produces, things like neurotransmitters, hormones, and endorphins. And it is that combination that creates a recipe for your life. So if you're happy, if you're excited, if you're successful, if you're bored, if you're annoyed, whatever you are, you don't actually experience that unless your brain creates chemistry that reflects that experience. With brainwave entrainment, you put on an ordinary pair of headphones or bone conduction headphones like these, and what happens is we entice your neurons, your brain, literally to go into different states. That releases specific chemistry that science has taught us allows you to perform better. It allows you to feel better. It allows you to think better. It allows you to cope better. It allows you to do everything better. And that's essentially what brainwave entrainment is. It doesn't put you into a super state. It puts you into a super healthful, natural state that allows you to experience life in a very different way, which, by the way, is how nature intended you to experience it, not how stress, anxiety, politics, whatever else is going on in your life is forcing you to experience it.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And so, can you explain a little bit more about how these rhythmic patterns work and some scientific studies around this?
Sure. So there's actually studies all over the world. If you do a search on Google Scholar, for instance, brainwave entrainment and stress and relaxation and Alzheimer's disease and blah, 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 and blah, 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 you will find there's tons of studies. There's actually a couple of studies, one specific study that was done with the Brazilian military and the Mato Grosso University, which is one of their premier universities in Brazil, using my technology to help their military police.
Wow.
Just by listening, just by putting on headphones. And the test only went for 2 weeks. Twice a day they used the recordings. And every measure they did showed major benefits in their performance, in their mood, in their attention, in all kinds of different metrics.
Super cool. So, brainwave entrainment is really a tool for life success, right, Morry?
It's life success. It's every part of your life success. The thing is, if, our brains create chemistry all the time, and it's that chemical creation or the recipe that it's creating that allows you to experience life the way you do. So with brainwave entrainment, because it's your brain that creates your experience, or at least your ability to experience that experience in the way that you do, it allows us to alter that experience, to make it more beneficial, to make it more positive. Imagine being able to always look at the bright side of life, to always see the silver lining, to always cope better, to recover faster, to do everything quicker and more efficiently, because that's what we're doing. The brain is the central processing unit of your life. And if we can make the brain stronger, that means everything gets better. And I do mean everything, because it has to pass through your brain first before you perceive it. If we make your brain, which I treat like a muscle, better, more effective, more efficient, that makes everything better, more effective, and more efficient.
Love it. So, what happens without this? What are some of the drawbacks and common, issues people face?
Well, people who panic, people who get nervous, agitated all the time, who get scared. As an example, public speaking is supposedly something that is people are more afraid of than dying. I couldn't wait for this event to start. It's all a matter of how the brain chemistry functions as to what you experience. If you are worried about something, if you're afraid of something, if you're scared, that creates brain chemistry that allows you to feel these things and experience these things. Your brain state, your mood, how you experience your life is a decision that you make up here. By altering subtly your brainwave activity, that alters the neural chemistry subtly. It allows you to see that there's other ways. Okay, science calls that superposition. Quantum physics calls it that. So there's a lot of potentials. There's a lot of possibilities. I'm sure we've all had these ideas in our head. Well, it could be successful. It could be unsuccessful. It could be this. It could be that. whatever we concentrate on, whatever we focus on, collapses that potentiality into our reality. That's why you can look around you and see people driving Mercedes and living in 5,000 square foot houses and other people who are begging for money on the street, and yet it's the same world. It's how we choose to look at things, and brainwave entrainment allows us to make a beneficial choice as opposed to the one that's detrimental to our lives.
And Morry, it literally is changing the chemistry in our body, correct? Do I understand that correctly?
Yes, it literally alters neurochemistry. It is the chemistry that allows you to experience what you do. So if people are listening going, "Oh, this is cool. I can't wait to get this out to my, to my list. I can't wait to get this out to my clients. I can't wait to use it myself." That is your brain chemistry talking to you.
Cool. So I'm really curious, why did you develop this whole thing? Um, yeah, how did you get into this? And what
So
sets
I
this apart from other systems?
Yeah, so I spent the first 40 years of my life wanting to be dead. I tried to kill myself at least 6 times that I can remember. I had an affirmation that I call my Hallmark greeting card affirmation. I used to walk around thinking and saying out loud to myself that life is a disease for which there is no cure but death.
That's some
Dramatic,
affirmation.
but sickening. Yeah, some affirmation, right?
Yeah.
But I honestly felt that way. I used to wake up every single morning, cross my fingers, stand up on my bed, look out my window, and hope I would see mushroom clouds. Because if I did, it meant I didn't have to see or live through another day.
Wow.
Now, instead of wanting to be dead forever, I want to live forever. And it's all because of subtle alterations that I believe occurred in my neurochemistry from listening to these types of recordings that I designed to help me to help myself. See, that's the trick. I feel that the biggest problem with self help these days isn't that you don't have a lot of brilliant people with a lot of brilliant ideas. It's that I'm not you. So if I try to tell you what worked for me, it's not likely going to work for you because my blueprint, I had different parents, different upbringing, different beliefs, different this, different that. I had different lunch than you had. There's too many differences that a blueprint that I create or anyone else for that matter, at least in my experience, creates. That, in my view, is why self help has the best of intentions but doesn't often succeed because it's a blueprint that I created based on my experience that you're supposed to apply to your life and get the same results. I don't believe that works. So I design systems that allow you to create your own solutions. They optimize your brain, they optimize your mind, they help you to help yourself. That's why I get the success rates that I get. Not because I'm brilliant and I know what's best for you, but because I have my area of brilliance, my zone of expertise, but I understand that it is you who is going to come up with your own solutions. And I give you the opportunity, the tools, and the way and the means to create that solution for yourself.
And it really happens totally naturally, right, Morry? I mean, it's not like I have to figure out how this is all going to work once I, get involved in brainwave entrainment.
Yeah, it all happens automatically because of the frequency following response that I alluded to before with music, as well as something called the cortical evoked response, which is the surface layer of the brain reacting to the stimulation that we provide. When that happens, your brain gets optimized. It's literally you helping yourself. There's nothing to read, there's nothing to study, there's nothing to remember, there's nothing to take notes about. This is something you put on a pair of headphones. Where do I have headphones? Do I have headphones here? I don't. But even a regular pair of $10 headphones is all you need. It's the only equipment. There's other people out there who offer technologies and devices and this and that. The problem with these devices is what if you forget it at home? What if you drop it and it breaks? The thing is with my technology, it's embedded in the recordings themselves. It's recorded in the vibratory patterns of the actual MP3 and MP4 files. There is no special equipment necessary. You can stream this from anywhere on the planet in a matter of seconds and get full effect.
Love it. Thank you. So, what about for those people who feel like they've tried everything and nothing has worked? What about the people who are saying that, yeah, well, but I'm not struggling with anxiety, depression, or anything like that? Why will this system work for those people who have maybe, been through therapy? Maybe they've studied meditation, they've gone to a million courses, they've even tried listening to various things, binaural beats or whatever it is.
Sure.
Why this?
So when it comes to binaural beats, for those of you that are aware of brainwave entrainment, binaural beats are kind of like a ghost image in the brain. They have a very low peak and valley. That's because they have a signal in this ear, like ba, and another signal in this ear, and it's the difference in frequency that you hear this ghost image, you hear this pulse tone, but it's not actually a pulse tone you're hearing. It's an image that doesn't really exist. The reason why this works for so many people is the star of the system isn't me, and it isn't any of my recordings either. It's your brain. Everyone intuitively knows what they need, whether they're aware of that or not. It doesn't matter if they're aware of it or not. Everybody knows their brain is hardwired, their mind is hardwired to know what is necessary and what is needed. This system takes advantage of that by optimizing the user's brain, and then the user's brain comes up with a solution. Yes, you're guided by the techniques that I've instilled, by the different frequencies, by the different spoken word aspects that I've come across over the years and I've manipulated and I've evolved. But that's the biggest difference. There's an evolution of technology and an evolution of understanding. To me, the problem with everything else out there, and this is why I designed what I designed, by the way, and why I continue to design, I'm working on 50 new techniques as we speak
Wow.
because there is no totality of a solution for everybody until I came along. Because all I ever heard was, oh, you can't make everyone happy. You can't help everybody. I don't believe that. I felt like I was hopeless and helpless. And I am happy and thrilled and living a beautiful life, from wanting to live or be dead forever to wanting to live forever.
Okay,
If you
so
think of something, it's possible. That's it. And don't say no, and don't let anyone tell you no, because you thought of it. That's the proof that it's possible.
So your system will work, or your systems will work for people, not just who are suffering from anxiety and depression and things like that, but what
Anything.
about someone who is struggling financially, or someone who is struggling, to get rid of those extra pounds? Can
So
this help for those kinds of things as well?
it can help with anything. It really
Okay.
depends on your intention because, again, it's your brain, it's you. Finances are an interesting conundrum because with finances, I mean, okay, I'm poor. I don't have money. Where am I going to get money to pay my bills? Where am I going to get money for rent, for food, blah, blah, blah. But look around you. There's tons of people who have lots of food and lots of money and lots of cars and lots of homes, and they drive in Lamborghini Countachs instead of 40-year-old Honda Civics. You know, there's a reason why some people have lots and some people don't have lots. It's not because there isn't lots out there. There's enough for everyone to be wealthy. They need to change how they think and how they feel and how they react. When I was depressed for 40 years, I used to have my standard depression, which was a dark blackness, and then super depression for 3 to 6 weeks at a time. When I had my sunny day, it was black. And then I'd go to super depression and back and forth. That was a creation in my mind. Brainwave entrainment altered my chemistry enough, I believe, that it convinced me that there's something else that's possible. This is what happens with finances. This is what happens with a lot of things in our lives. We don't believe it's possible. We have imposter syndrome. We don't believe we're worthy. We don't believe all these different lies that we tell ourselves or that others have taught us about ourselves through time. Brainwave entrainment, when it's properly engineered with the techniques and the philosophies that I have adapted, allow you to help yourself. Again, you are your own guru. It's not about me telling you what you need to do or how you need to do it. It's about me helping you. That's all it
Love
is.
it.
My systems are like the guides. They're like the training wheels on a bicycle. They're like your parents holding the seat until they say, "Oh, wow, Maury's got balance now. I'm going to release." This is what it's all about. You are your own guru. And that's what
That's
brainwave entrainment, when it's properly engineered, allows you to manifest.
That is fantastic, Morty. So this is really provides hope with all kinds of things. So right now in our special pre-launch phase or our soft launch phase, we have 7 different systems available. Morty, can you give us a super brief overview of these 7 systems?
Sure, I'm not going to go through them one at a time because that will kill the whole super brief decision.
Okay.
Basically, it's about peak performance in various areas. And we have other systems that will be coming out shortly as well. But these are specifically to do with sales, with business, with athletics, with self mastery, with wellness, with common clarity, even pickleball. We have others coming out for different sports soon as well. But basically, what happens is there tends to be a generalized set of frequencies that people who are fantastic at these things, at peak performance, tend to achieve. They tend to exhibit these specific states. What we do is we help to train the brain to achieve these specific frequencies, these specific dominant states, so that people are prepared to be peak performers. Then we zoom in, if we're on Zoom, if I can use that term, we zoom in or we lock in on the actual specifics of what they want to achieve. For instance, athletics or business leaders or salespeople. They have specific things that they need to zone in on in order to be successful. That's what happens. So we have the generalized frequencies that it's kind of like a farmer's field. So the farmer has to aerate the field and till the soil and fertilize. But then they need to deposit high quality seeds so that what grows in all this enriched soil gives us something healthy and valuable and good for us. That's what
Perfect.
these systems do. They build you up, they till your soil, they fertilize the soil, they get it all ready, and then they plant the seeds that you need to grow the type of life, the kind of future, the kind of results that you want to achieve.
Great. Thank you. So, in addition to those, we've been talking and we've got lots more systems coming soon. Just a few of them are confidence, public speaking, helping women deal with those hot flashes and sleepless nights, if any of you have been there like I have, helping you get rid of those excess pounds, various additional sports like tennis, golf. Those of you who know me, I've been pushing, pushing, pushing for the golf, baseball, plus a specific system for abundance and serotonin surprise, cortisol cleaner, dopamine delight, and trauma support. So the cool thing, as Maury mentioned, is you can use this system anywhere, anytime, except of course while you're driving or using heavy equipment, something like that. But Mind Trainer Pro is accessible on multiple devices in multiple situations. It really integrates seamlessly with your life. I did one of the sessions just while lying in bed the other night as I was falling asleep and loved it, loved it, loved it. And you can do them in as little as 3 minutes. So now, in addition to all this really incredible life-changing uh, technology, you can also now get paid to train your brain. How cool is that? So we're unlocking a new stream of recurring income. So if you're looking to add to your existing income, this does not compete with anything you're doing at all. In fact, this will, as you can tell from having heard Maury, this will only increase and improve what you're already doing. So we have a very lucrative 2-tier affiliate program. Level 1 pays out 33%, level 2 pays out 11%, and you get monthly residual income. You get 50% or $20 payout on every affiliate you sign up, plus the 33% when they enroll in one of the systems, 33% on level 1, 11% on level 2, and we have weekly Monday payouts for that. So let's talk about how you get started with all this. So, Mike, Can you talk a little bit about these, about the different success paths we've got here for people?
Yeah, absolutely. We're super excited to have everybody here to share this with you. Gloria, Morry, thank you so much for everything so far. So we've put these packages together specifically to really help you level up in specific areas. Now, for today's launch, we have a super special offer where you can get full access all for an entire year for $397, regular $897. That includes your affiliate upgrade as well. Or you can pick individual solutions to get very a la carte for what is best for you. We've also put together some 3-pack special bundles. Morry has combined the programs that are synergistic to help you really level up. And what I love about these bundles is you can, like Morry said, you can be very intuitive about how you're feeling on that specific day. And I love to pick and choose on what I need that specific day. Like right before this call, well, I was doing a sales training and, getting the energy going for that. So, and then we've got the year all access pass, our annual pass, which is on sale for you savvy builders. We know you're savvy marketers here today, so we wanted to have a very special offer for you. Not only that, guys, that locks you into that $397 for life. So the savings on that is substantial. Or we also have our lifetime package for $5,000. So we've put these together to really just help you pick what is right for you to level up. The next thing we have is a specific marketers bundle. I think it's on the next slide here. Yep. So this, you guys, this is specific for you guys here. We wanted this for you today because we know, there's a lot of marketers on here looking to level up, looking to show up as that leader to help their team grow, right? As our team grows, we all start to win. As we're showing up as our optimized self, business is totally different. So inside of the marketers bundle, we've added confidence and public speaking. Think about this because you're going to be able to leverage this for your Zooms, for your live videos, for your content. As you're showing up with more energy, more confidence, more clarity, your message is going to be clearer, crisper. So this is specifically designed for that marketer. Then we also have, the basic bundles of sales, business, self-mastery, athlete, sales, and wellness, and then calm, clarity, and self-mastery. So again, these are all combined so you can pick and choose on the day how you're feeling to really just take that day to the level you need it to be.
And then again, just a little bit more on the marketers bundle here, Mike.
Yeah, so today, you guys, you can get it. This bundle includes the self-mastery, the business, and the sales option, plus the confidence speaker, like I said. Inside of that, you can either go with a monthly option at $33, or you can go with an annual to say 57%, and you also get your affiliate fee included in that annual price. Or guys, for an extra $100, you can get all access to all of our programs. Today, as the savvy marketers being here, right, you get a special exclusive launch offer here. So that's a limited time offer. And really, this is what's really cool, guys, when you're on the lifetime and the subscriptions, we have, as Morry mentioned, so many programs that are coming. We're going to continue to deliver you more and more programs as you are a active subscriber.
Yeah. So right now, again, when you sign up within the next 24 hours, you're going to get full access to all of these programs, the ones that are existing right now and the ones that we're adding very quickly. The regular price for this is $897. The launch price, if you sign up in the next 24 hours, is $397. And as Mike said, that's a savings of $500. Plus, with this package and with the annual marketers bundle, these are the only 2 packages, you're going to get your affiliate fee taken away. So becoming an affiliate is free instead of the $40 one-time fee. So that's a total savings of $540 for those people who sign up within the next 24 hours. So, today, for this special yearly price of just $397. And as Mike said, this is incredible because this price is locked in. It's not going to go up. Inflation's going to go up. Prices of things are going to go up, but the price of this is not. If you pay $397 today, save $540, you're in for life and you get access to everything as we launch it. And we're going to be launching not just a whole bunch of those things that I mentioned earlier really quickly, but every month we'll be launching new modules because Morry has so much stuff in store for us. It's just wild and crazy. So when you choose this package, the yearly full access, you have to use promo code MIND. That's lowercase MIND, so lowercase MIND. And bonuses for anyone who signs up in the next 24 hours, we have Mondays with Morry live support Zoom calls, so you can ask any questions at all. We have bonus tracks added to your account every month to augment your results even further. Okay, so that's for those of you who sign up for the $397 package, the full access, and you'll get access to the Mind Trainer Pro Facebook group. So, and then if you don't choose that annual package at $397, or you do not choose the annual package for the marketers bundle, there is a one-time fee for life of $40 to become an affiliate. That's just one time for life, not annual. And that includes weekly marketing training calls. And just to be really transparent, you need a subscription. So you need to purchase one of either the $14.97 monthly or one of the bundles or the annual program. So we want you to be using these systems and experiencing the power of it as an affiliate. You can become an affiliate for just $40 without purchasing one of those, but you will only get paid level 1, 33% on level 1. You need a subscription to get paid on level 2 and get those additional commissions of 11%. Okay, so get back to the person who invited you to this presentation today to sign up with them.